guys, welcome back to Take It to the House. I am Thatcher Patterson, joined with Zach Robinson. Elijah is busy this week, and we are back after a break last week because we were actually planning on maybe recording, but things got busy with the holidays and everything. So we are back, and today is pretty much football exclusive. Not a whole lot going on in the world of sports, notable other than football. So let's get into it.
Yeah. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys ate a lot of turkey and all that. I had a pool tournament Wednesday and I lost in the second round because my mother got lucky and she won the whole thing because everybody scratched on the 8 ball or on the break, which was kind of funny. And then, yeah, it was a good week and then working. So, but yeah, crazy weekend of college football. It was rivalry week. I can never say rivalry.
Hey, you said that first round. You said it pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, crazy games. But most notable scores we noticed were the Michigan-Ohio State game, obviously, which is probably one of the biggest rivalries in college football history.
And I would say in sports, probably.
In sports, probably too, yeah. But Michigan beat Ohio State for the third year in a row, and they were without Harbaugh because he was not on the sidelines because of the whole sign stealing deal. But Michigan won it 30-24. McCord threw a pick on the last drive. So they were driving down, but McCord was under pressure and he threw a pick. So now,
and I would say that cements Michigan as number one.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, Georgia and Georgia Tech's not a game either.
No.
So, but Ryan Day is on the chopping block right now.
Yeah, Elijah
sources. Elijah wants him gone. But he's 1-3 against Michigan, 1-3 against top 5 teams, and 1-3 in playoffs, and then 2-6 versus top 5 teams. So we'll see if Ryan Day gets let go. He's been on the hot seat this whole year, basically, about the Michigan game. So I think that's probably something we will look out for, especially Elijah too, just because of his hatred for the Ohio State program right now, even though he's a fan. But
I think if they do so, if they're going to fire him, it'll be post college football playoffs. Regardless if they make it or not, I think they'll be.
Yeah. Bowl game, playoff game, whatever. So, Kentucky, on the other hand, upset Louisville 38-31.
They ended up so clean.
Yeah, they were. Louisville dropped 6 and they went down to 15. So, big upset. They probably won't influence the bowl game. Maybe a little bit, but that was kind of crazy. So, and then Oklahoma State comes back to win it against BYU in overtime, 40-34. It was like 7-24 before the fourth quarter.
I think it was 24-3.
24-3?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go look, but
But Oklahoma State won in a double overtime, I believe.
So, yeah, because the BYU quarterback fumbled.
Yeah. Slovis, or is he out?
Oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention.
I don't care either, but Washington survives Wazoo 24-21. I don't know what Penix was doing on the sideline. I don't know if he was like
24-6. We were right there.
Okay. But I don't know what Penix was doing. I think he was throwing up or something. I don't know. Because I know you saw that too. Or he's just like bent over behind a box. So I don't know what he was doing. But Washington State missed the game-tying field goal.
Yeah.
To send it to OT, but Washington gets away with it. And yeah, Bama win in dramatic fashion against Auburn, 27-24. It was literally a game-winning touchdown on a Hail Mary, basically. It was a really nice throw.
Milrose said that he deserves the Heisman, which is absurd.
That is absurd.
He said, "Give me that thing" when they won. I was like,
okay, cool, awesome. But no, that was a really beautiful throw back right into the corner.
And really well run route and everything. But it's just like it sucks because Auburn were right there.
Yeah, they were,
and they haven't beat Bama in a little bit. So
you can see my little oopsies. But, and then Oregon wins comfortably against Oregon State, 31-7. They clinched the Pac-12 berth for the championship game. So that is set. It is now Washington and Oregon rematch from the regular season, where Oregon missed a game-winning field goal back in October. And then ACC game, is going to be FSU and Louisville.
Yeah, I
Louisville
bet.
might smack them just because no Jordan Travis and they have a
I
bunch
don't
of
know
things.
if they'll smack them, but I think they'll win.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good game to watch. Same with Georgia and Alabama for the SEC championship,
Yep,
as well as we have Michigan versus Iowa for the Big Ten. Big
Michigan will
12
smack them.
will be Texas versus Oklahoma State. And then
Yep.
ACC will be Tulane versus SMU. This week will most likely determine college football playoffs. But
Yeah, I think for maybe like the bottom two. I think
yeah,
Georgia and Michigan, I think, are in regardless. But I think for the bottom, for the 3 and 4, for sure.
yeah, because right now as it stands, Ohio State is 3 and Washington is
Washington is
4. So if Washington loses, Oregon could squeak in.
Yeah,
I
and I
don't know
remember
about
the
Ohio
odds
State.
came out. The odds came out on ESPN for percentages of being in the playoffs. I'll pull that up, but um, I mean, it did show that FSU still had a pretty good percentage chance, but I would just be really here we go. So this was posted 2 days ago. The chance to make college football playoff: Michigan at 95%, which yeah,
Yep.
Oregon 84%. I mean Georgia at 84%. Florida State at 69%. This is still after college football days, so it was on Sunday.
69.
Yeah, and then Oregon at
Sorry.
53%. So they're giving Oregon more than a 50% chance. Ohio State at 52%, Washington at 26,
Wow.
and then Texas at 11, Bama at 9.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of Washington, real quick, they are 9.5 underdogs for this week's game for the
yeah.
Pac-12 championship on Friday at Allegiant. Neutral grounds. Oregon's played there before back in 2021 when Utah completely smacked Oregon and Anthony, I forget his last name, but you know what I'm talking about. Their quarterback in 21.
Oh, I can't even remember his name. He's
Yeah, I can't remember it either. But yeah, so Oregon's familiar with the place. Dan Lanning's familiar with the place. So I think Oregon could walk away with this, especially how Bo Nix has been playing.
yeah.
So yeah. But everything else can be a mix up. I think Michigan will smack Iowa. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think real quick, if I'm just gonna go through these championship games, I think Louisville upset FSU. I think Georgia beat Bama. I think Michigan smacked Iowa. I think Oregon beat Washington. I think Texas probably squeak out and beat Oklahoma State. And then I think Tulane beat SMU.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, Oklahoma and Texas would have been a good game. Rematch.
Yeah, but the problem with Oklahoma is they just were losing games that they shouldn't have lost. So
Yeah.
that's why State got in there.
Yeah.
But hey, next year, that Big 12 championship is gonna have a team in red in there. I can tell you
Yeah,
that for
definitely. Definitely. But so
where
college,
that's at Jerry World, isn't it?
yeah, I think so. No,
I
no, no,
mean,
no. It's in yeah, Jerry World. I forgot what you meant by Jerry World for a second. It's in
um,
Dallas. So um
yeah,
anyway, yeah.
sweet.
So college football playoff rankings come out tonight for us. Tomorrow they're already out. I want to hear your predictions right now.
So predictions for tomorrow, not post championships, just for
Yeah, for
tomorrow's
tomorrow.
or tonight's. Um, I bet it'll be I think it'll be Michigan, Georgia. I think they give Michigan one. Michigan, Georgia. I bet they probably keep Washington in just because they're the undefeated team. And then I think they probably keep FSU in. Now, is that what I would do? No, but I think that's probably what I would go with right now.
Yeah.
And then I think, like you said, after the weekend, then it'll be, we'll really.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna say Georgia, or sorry, Michigan at 1, Georgia 2. I'm gonna put Oregon at 3,
Okay,
Washington at
fine.
4, Ohio State at 5, FSU at 6.
But you think that's what it's going to be?
No, that's my prediction.
No, so that's what I'm saying. You think
Yeah,
that that's what it's going to be tonight?
yeah, hmm
Wow. I'd be surprised if they put Oregon and Washington in this week.
yeah,
Like, and I told you we were talking right before, but I think if that big or Pac-12 championship, excuse me, is close and Oregon wins, I think that depending on how things go, I think they could both squeak into the playoffs.
Yeah,
And then you have
exactly.
them play again at 3, like that, or no, they'd have to make it to the championship.
Yeah,
But still,
3-2 would play, and then 4-1 play.
right.
So yeah, that's my prediction. I think Oregon gets in. Washington still somehow stays in, but Ohio State goes up 5. So literally, what I'm saying is like Ohio State has a chance if Washington loses, and FSU is at
Yeah, but we
6.
were giving our predictions for what it is tonight, not for
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
know,
Yeah.
but I think that would set.
I think if
Yeah,
Washington loses and FSU loses, I think it'll be
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
So
imagine an Ohio State Michigan first round game.
I'm all for it.
That'd be so good. Okay, before we move on to NFL, give me your top 3 Heisman candidates and then tell me who you think is going to win it. Not who you want to win it, who you think is going to win it.
Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Wow, the disrespect.
I know, but I'm gonna say Bo Nix wins it.
So I would say Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, and Michael Penix are my 3. And I think Bo Nix will probably win it.
But you
But
want Jaden Daniels.
and I think Jaden should, personally.
Well,
I
he
mean,
was
his
at
numbers
ASU,
are
wasn't he?
insane.
Before he's
Huh?
transferred? He was at ASU before he transferred to
Mm-hmm.
LSU.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that Jaden's numbers are just insane.
They are.
And they've given it to players who probably like who aren't on the best teams anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think Bo Nix probably ends up with it. And I think it's Penix and Daniels that are the other 2.
Yeah.
That'd be my
Definitely.
guess.
Definitely. Definitely. I forgot. I was gonna say something else and I forgot. But yeah. All right. NFL. This will probably be a shorter episode today. But week 12 is in the books. We're over halfway. We have 7 more weeks of or no, 5 more
Thank
weeks of football.
God.
Thank God. Dodgers over the Saints, obviously.
Yeah, thank God.
But I saw the score and it was not good. So, all right, week 12. We got 3 Thanksgiving games to go over, Friday game to go over for Black Friday. I hope you guys got some good ass stuff for Christmas and whatever else you wanted it for. And Cyber Monday, obviously. So, Packers beat the Lions 29-22. The Lions have not won a Thanksgiving game since 3 years.
Yeah, they've
Wasn't
lost
that?
3 straight.
3 straight. So, kind of iffy. Are the Lions actually real good? Because they just lost to the Packers, But
I still think they are, but because I think they're gonna destroy us this weekend.
yeah, probably. But Matt Canada was fired last Monday. We were gonna mention that, but no, because we didn't record. So, but the Steelers beat the Bengals 16-10. Burrow had surgery yesterday on his wrist, so it's gonna be Jake Browning for the rest of the year unless they go out and grab a quarterback off the market. So, but Bengals, I don't know about them anymore. They're done, obviously. It's more the Ravens and the Browns right now.
And I think the Browns are out too.
I think the Browns are out too.
I think
Sorry,
it's
Elisha.
the Steelers and the Ravens.
Think
Well,
so?
Ravens won, Steelers too.
So, Jags winning a close one with the Texans, 24-21. I was
was a good
watching that
game.
game. I was watching it. Texans missed the field goal to
Yep.
tie it. Send it OT. But T-Law went off for me in my fantasy because I'm fine with that. So
Yeah,
I
Stroud went off
lost.
for me.
I lost by 10 points, dude.
Did you see how many points my team scored this week?
196.
I'm like, where's this been?
Yeah.
By the way, I pitched the trade again to Jacob. I was like, hey, think about it. Because Garrett Wilson's still producing without a good quarterback. So I still offered Wilson and Javonte Williams for Amon-Ra. So I feel like he should take that. But
Fair. But the Falcons beat Thatcher's pathetic Saints.
so bad.
24-15. Derek Carr needs another year. They need a new head coach, dude. That's ridiculous.
They need a lot of new things.
I don't think it's Carr right now. I think it's
no,
just the
it's
game plan.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's Carr, it's the OC, it's the head coach, it's the defense. It's all bad.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You just want a top 10 draft pick at this point, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
We'll go
I
over.
think we'll lose. I think we'll lose this weekend, and then I think we'll probably lose another two. So that'll be
I
good.
think so too. And we'll do mock drafts at the end of the episode just for fun since we're over halfway and the draft order is getting more set every week. So we will do a little bit of a mock draft, kind of. So, but Broncos win their fifth. I'm happy about this. I think we're going to lose to the Texans this weekend though. But we beat the Browns 29-12.
I
Elijah
was
made
surprised that the score was that. Like I thought it was gonna be
it was a
close.
scoregami. You see that?
Hmm.
Scoregami.
Oh, I don't even know what that
I don't
is.
know what it is either, but I just looked it up as a scoregami. It's like, oh,
But what does that mean?
kind of like where they score the same amount of points, I think. don't remember the definition off the top of my head.
Look it up.
I'm going
Don't tell
to.
me that, and then I don't know what it is.
I'm going to.
They were asking Sean Payton about it. I saw that, and he's like, "I have no idea what that is."
Scoregami. What is a scoregami in the NFL? It's a concept form from John Boy. It is the art building final scores that had never happened in NFL history.
Oh, so that's never happened.
24 or 29-12.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So Eagles get a win in OT versus the Bills,
Dude, the
37-34.
Bills.
Yeah. Bills, Josh Allen had actually a pretty decent game too.
Josh Allen's 0-6 in overtime games.
Mm-hmm. Including playoffs.
Yep.
Yep. So
Oof.
Ravens win Sunday Night Football against the Chargers 20-10. That was
Staley needs to go.
Staley needs to
Holy.
go.
He is just not it, man.
Yeah. And then the Bears scrape out an OB win on Monday Night Football against the Vikings, 12-10. Bro, I needed DJ Moore to score like one touchdown, and I would have won. I was so mad.
I think you gotta get a win here soon because I mean Andrew's bad. Andrew's at the bottom, but
I'm second to last.
yeah.
So, if I started Gerald Everett instead of Puka and DJ Moore got me a few more points.
See, but how are you supposed to know? How are you
Yeah, I
gonna do
know.
that?
I know. Because Gerald Everett was questionable until game time and he got active, became
You
active.
play Morgan this week,
Ooh.
and Morgan just made a trade, right? He was part of like the crazy trades.
One of them.
Um,
Cannon. It was Cannon, I think.
no, but Morgan, I swear, yeah, Morgan is about to get Jacoby Myers, Jalen Warren, and DeAndre Swift. So have fun with that one.
Oh, well. I definitely will. But
Okay.
speaking of, I want to backtrack a little bit. Speaking of Staley, another coach just got fired yesterday.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Frank Reich got fired, as well as the quarterback's coach, Josh McCown, and their OC got fired.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
I think that they are pushing it. Like, I think their owner's super impatient and he wants results now. And when you have a young quarterback who has no O line and no receivers, and arguably not a good running back either, you're kind of pushed for. I mean, I didn't think they'd be this bad, though. Did
Mm-mm.
you? I thought they'd be at the bottom of the division, but I didn't think they'd be this bad.
No. And the fact this came out too, Reich wanted to get Stroud or Richardson, but the owner wanted Bryce Young.
Yep.
So the owner had the final say.
Right.
And I guess Reich got outvoted. I don't know because their draft board was heavy on quarterbacks too. But they also have a Darnold, don't they? Or not Darnold, Dalton, Andy Dalton.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I would have started Dalton beginning of the
I would
year
have started him for like the first few games.
and see how he did. And then if he's doing bad, then I would start Bryce Young.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I feel bad for Bryce too, because like I don't think he's like a top tier quarterback anyways, but I think he'd be a lot better if he had a reliable weapon to throw to. Like Adam
Hmm.
Thielen's like what, like 35? Like he's not
33.
he's not a guy that, you can rely on day in, day out.
I mean, you still have Chart too, though. That's the other thing. But he's
Would
old as
you
well.
classify that as a top tier weapon?
No.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like he's got receivers, but they're not the best.
I don't think he has a B. I don't think he has a B plus receiver on his team.
No, they don't.
Like that's why they tried to go get. That's why they got DJ Moore for Fields is because they're like, okay, we recognize you don't have a top tier weapon. We'll go get you a top tier weapon.
I also think Eberflum's on the chopping block as well.
Yeah, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll see in the next few weeks.
Because I'm telling you right now that I think last night proved that they're drafting a quarterback.
I think so too.
I think the Fields thing is done in Chicago.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, give me 5 teams that should trade for Justin Fields, or could or should. 5 teams.
The Jets, the Patriots, the Bucks. Maybe the Rams because Stafford's old. And I might even throw Denver in there too, because I don't think Russ is getting old too. But I will throw the Broncos in there, and I might actually throw the Packers in there as well.
So I would say the Giants.
I forgot about the Giants.
I think Dable would be really good with Fields. So I'd say the Giants, the Falcons, because the Falcons are a mess.
Yep.
Maybe even Philly. Have them go sit behind Hurts and learn from Hurts and be a grown up, and then they can move him again. But like, what if Jalen Hurts was out, and then you got to play Marcus Mariota? Like, I just don't see that going well. And then maybe I don't think that they would trade him in division. That's why I won't say the Packers or the Vikings.
Yeah.
So they won't trade him in division. And can you imagine if they traded him to the Packers and then he killed them every year?
Yeah.
So I would say, and then maybe Tampa, but I think Tampa is going to be bad enough that they can draft a quarterback. So
I mean, Baker's been not inconsistent, but not consistent as well. Like he's been in the middle. You know?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna stick with Atlanta and New York. I think those are 2.
Could you see the Saints trading for him too? No.
I think first of all, I don't even know if the Saints will draft a quarterback. So they're definitely not gonna go trade for one.
Yeah, definitely.
Would I rather have Fields than Carr? I honestly don't know at this moment because Fields isn't great either.
Right. And like Fields has pretty good arm strength too, as well.
And you're gonna have to pay him though soon. So
yeah.
I would rather just draft a quarterback.
If you were to trade him in division, what team would you trade him to?
I would trade him to the Vikings I
was literally gonna say that.
The Packers, because you would never trade to your direct rival ever.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. I think it would be the Vikings.
Yeah, and I think that the Vikings. Oh, man. The thing is, Kirk's going to be back next year.
You think so?
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs and Kirk Cousins have the same agent. Did you know that?
Oh, really? Well, yeah. Josh Dobbs' experiment is over, and he threw 4 interceptions.
4 interceptions last night, but Fields had 2 fumbles. That's the other thing.
That's why I don't really want Fields either, is because he's turnover prone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the coach's fault that Fields is fumbling the ball. That's Fields.
Yeah.
So.
But Fields did not throw a pick though. Let's put that out there. And
he couldn't score a touchdown when he got the ball 4 extra times.
True. He
got 4 interceptions, 4 chances to score a touchdown, and they couldn't score a touchdown all game. So also that was the first game all year that has been no touchdowns. Like that the winner has not scored a touchdown. So that's
I was about to say Hawkinson. Hawkinson caught
that's like the most Bears stat ever. So
definitely. But all right, week 13 preview. Thursday night football will be Seahawks at Cowboys. I actually think that would be a good one.
Yeah, I think it's the first legit team the Cowboys have played since the Eagles.
Yeah. And then I believe the Cowboys have San Fran next week, right? I think.
Cowboys wouldn't have had no, they've already played San Fran.
They have?
Yeah, they got slaughtered.
I'll look that up in a second. But Lions and Saints. Saints are going to lose. Sorry.
No, I hope we do.
Broncos at Texans. Actually, I think that would be a good game. Our
Oh, I
defense
think
has
it'll
been
be a good game.
our
I
defense
will.
has been
I
playing
will
really
take the
good.
Texans to bounce back, though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Stroud's been really consistent too.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And then the game of the week: Niners at Eagles,
rematch of the NFC Championship.
and
Chiefs. Sorry.
preview of this year's upcoming NFC Championship.
Yeah, maybe because the Eagles have not lost a game, or no, say that they have one loss, but they have not lost a game
They
since
lost to
then.
Zach
So
Wilson, bro,
I know that's what I meant to say. Like they have not lost a game since the Jets. So
but they haven't lost at home. So
nope.
I'm really bummed that that's not a Sunday night, Monday night, or Thursday night game. Like that's not a prime
I
time game.
really think that they could flex it to Monday night or Sunday night because
I don't think they. I
they
don't
can
think
now
they
flex
will,
the
but I don't think they will because they would have done it already. I don't think
yeah
they'll do it now.
yeah. But
Oh man,
Chiefs at Packers for Sunday night football and then Bengals at Jags for Monday night football.
dude, both of those are bad.
Yeah. I still think there's just a chance to get that game flexed, honestly. I don't know. But those are probably the most notable games. I don't know which teams run by. I can go look real quick. But Thatcher
I
over
know the
here.
Giants are on a bye. I
Yep.
know the Ravens are on a bye. I
Bears,
know,
Vikings,
yeah, the Bears,
and then the Bills.
and the Bills.
Woo, fantasy.
Yeah, that's why I thought of that's how I thought of it is because of who I have in fantasy who's on bye.
Yeah. So Thatcher did a mock draft today after
Oh, I didn't really even do it. I just participated. Like I just clicked it and let it run.
yeah. So Thatcher had a mock draft simulated. I was thinking maybe we can do a mock draft soon because I
Yeah, I
think we
don't think
did
we
one
should do
last
one
year.
now.
No, not now.
Just do it. Do it when the final. We'll do it when well, we'll just do it before the week before the draft. But
Yeah.
if you were to pick right now at 19 for your team, because that's where they're projected to take, who would you
Mm,
have? Who would you take?
we I don't know. We really need a corner. If Kool-Aid McKinstry drops all the way down to 19 to Denver, which I
There's no
doubt
way.
he will.
Because in the one that I looked at just earlier, he went at like 11.
Yeah.
So
Um, there's a chance we get a tight end if Brock Bowers drops away to 19, which he won't either because he's projected too high. I mean, he's really the first tight end in the
okay,
class.
so give me somebody who's in your range then.
I would have to look up a mock draft. Vegas is the other
Because
team I'm
in
by the way.
uh,
I don't know if you said Vegas, but I will look up a mock draft. But if you're where your team's at right now, which is 12, right?
quarterback,
Quarterback?
quarterback. There's no doubt in my mind that that's what you should do. Will they do it? No.
No.
I know my team far too well.
Yeah.
The New Orleans Saints have not drafted a quarterback in the first round since RG Manning.
Jeez.
So, I can tell you what's going to happen. We'll draft a tackle and we'll keep Derek Carr and we'll probably keep Dennis Allen and we'll probably keep Pete Carmichael and then we'll run it back next year and it'll look the exact same as it does this year.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. I would also not take it out of the realm of possibility to take a wide receiver because
Same.
Michael Thomas is just injury prone and Chris Olave can't stay unconcussed. So I wouldn't get out of the realm of possibility to not take a receiver. There are too many good receivers
Right.
this year.
Right.
But I would rather take one in the second. Like get one of the twos or even get like Troy Franklin from Oregon or something like that. Because he's not projected to go in the first, he's projecting on the second. So get maybe one of the LSU receivers, like the second one, or get I can't remember the second guy's name out of Washington.
Rome.
Yeah, get him or get Abuka, but out of Ohio State. But I think that the Saints should take a wide receiver or a quarterback.
Yeah. I think Denver will either take a corner slash safety because I don't think Kareem Jackson will be on the team after this year because the amount of suspensions he's
Yeah.
got.
Yeah, probably.
Or they get a quarterback. I think Bo Nix drops
You are
to
not drafting Bo
no.
Nix.
But when championships and like playoffs and bowl games happen, there's a chance his stocks will rise up. So I don't think we'll get Bo Nix.
I don't think you're drafting a quarterback.
I don't think we are either, which I'm fine with because Russ has been really good. So, but I think we do get a corner safety or a tight end if Brock Bowers drops down to us to
Yeah, I think those
19.
are your needs.
But in this draft, they have Kool-Aid going to the Raiders at 14.
Yeah.
Brock
Who'd they
Bowers
have
at
the Saints
13.
draft?
Let me look for you, sir.
They're at 12 right there.
I'm on CBS right now. Shoot. I'm on the wrong draft, but you guys got an O lineman or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Which
Because
one are you?
nobody.
You're on SI, right? Or whatever. Sports Illustrated. Where the
Hmm?
hell? I don't know where I'm going at this point.
I don't know either.
I don't know. It's not loading anything for me. But I think you guys need to take a quarterback here.
Need to. Will we? Nope.
No. No.
This is the first time that we're in a position to draft a quarterback. Like, really. Because, like, in years prior, the draft hasn't been this quarterback loaded. And we haven't been in a place like in the draft to draft a quarterback. But if we end somewhere between 10 and 15, you have to take a quarterback. You have to. And
Yeah.
we won't, but you have to.
Let me. I'm gonna pull some other ones too as well. Which website are you using for the mock draft? The NFL?
Pro Football Focus.
Okay.
But
Oh,
that's because I was doing a simulator,
yeah.
not
Right.
an actual draft.
Yeah, and this one the Giants trading up to take Caleb Williams.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think that Caleb Williams goes number 1 to the Bears.
hmm Unless the Cardinals somehow end up getting the number one pick because they just lost this week too.
Yeah, but I don't think the Panthers. I don't know if the Panthers will win another game.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm gonna pull up the Panthers schedule real quick, but I don't think that they win another game.
Yeah. And then the Rams have Bo Nix at 6.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so the Panthers' remaining schedule is um at Tampa, at New Orleans, hosting the Falcons, at Green Bay. No, hosting Green Bay,
This is a
at
big one too.
Jacksonville, hosting the Bucks. I think they probably lose to the Bucks in Tampa. They probably lose to the Saints in New Orleans. Probably lose to the Falcons. Probably lose to the Packers. Will lose to the Jags and might beat the Bucks. So like they could win one more game, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. Let's see the Cardinals schedule. Cardinals go. They host. No, they go to Pittsburgh, which they probably will lose. Host the Niners, which they will lose. I go to the Bears, which I think they probably will win, but I don't know. Go to the Eagles, which they'll lose, and go and host the Seahawks, which you never know.
Right.
So if everything basically just stays the same, then it'll be Chicago at 1. Which think about how much Chicago got then. They technically got they got a number 1 for a number 1
Yep.
for a better quarterback.
Which is
When
good.
Carolina could have had the first overall pick this year.
Yeah, exactly. Because Bryce Young has been kind of a bust a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I don't think that it helps that he has no weapons.
hmm
But I think it's kind of wild to think that now you're thinking that the Bears fleeced him because, like, they basically traded. Basically, you're trading Bryce Young for Caleb Williams. That's wild.
Right. But I think there's also the chance where Caleb Williams he gets like all the money in his head and stuff too, and just busts as well. Like I could see that happening to him.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, but he's just I don't know. It's just being inconsistent, really.
Well, he's better than Bryce Young, so
That's fair. He's taller.
he's just bigger and better than Bryce Young. So,
hmm
I mean, that's pretty wild to think that because didn't they get that year's first from Carolina and then that year's first from, and then this year's first, and then they got like a second and a third or something like
Plus
that.
DJ
Right?
Moore, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, honestly. What
I
the
mean,
heck?
obviously, you can't ever think of these things then because we didn't think Carolina would be this bad this year. But like to turn Bryce Young into Caleb Williams is pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
No, my bad. To turn Bryce Young into DJ Moore and Caleb Williams.
Exactly.
Wild.
But I also think there's a chance Justin Fields gets traded and then the Bears get more picks out of it for next year or this year.
The Bears could be this year's Texans if they play it right, because like the Texans were awful. They had a really good draft and hired a good coach, and now they're pretty good.
Exactly.
And then this year, the Bears could just get a new coach and nail the draft, and that division's still very winnable next year too.
Right.
Like, there's no significant changes. Like, even if Green Bay were to draft a quarterback, or Minnesota or Detroit, I mean, Detroit probably won't, but like, your division's super winnable.
Who's even Detroit's backup right now?
Hendon Hooker.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. This will wrap us up. I got White Girl Song of the Week for you.
Oh, I can't give you one because I don't have any in my head. But what's yours?
Rather be a clean bandit.
Never heard that song before.
If you gave me a chance, I would take it.
Got it.
So
nice.
But all right, this will do it for us. We got Champions League games to go over next week. Madrid wins this today or tomorrow or today for you guys. They win the table of the group, as well as Arsenal. So Thatcher and I will be watching that in class, hopefully. So, and then, yeah, Patrick Kane signed with the Red Wings today, which is kind of exciting because Patrick Kane was part of a big blockbuster trade in the NHL last year, going to the Islanders, I believe, or what was it again? From Blackhawks to the Rangers. Thank you. So good to see him on a team again. He's been a free agent since last year. And then MLB free agency is still going on. Shohei is not signed anywhere. Just no teams have really made any moves right now. So that's kind of what it's like, where it's dead. So, but thank you guys for tuning in. A little bit shorter one today. Hopefully we'll have Elijah back next week. So enjoy your football. Enjoy championship weekend, as well as any other sports you guys like to watch religiously. And we will catch you guys next week. Take it easy, guys. Yeah.